The shrink ray has been applied. Welcome back to the Scale Builders Guild. Thanks again for watching. Today we're taking a first look. Well, it's not a first look. Here's another look at the RedCat 18th scale. This time an International Scout 2. And here it is, little guy, but looking real good. I like the 10th scale International Scout that RedCat did so many years ago. So glad to see it in a smaller scale. I'm glad that they're leveraging this license because who else has internationals? It's pretty cool to see that. I actually wouldn't mind seeing that new electric one in a RC style. So hopefully RedCat has worked that detail out and they can do that in the future. That would be really cool to see. I mean, it's electric. Why not make the electric version on the, yeah. So not a lot of new stuff to report here underneath. This is still the same 18th scale that RedCat did originally. I will put a link to that video right up here so you can check that one out at your leisure. I like this platform a lot, and it's ripe for modification because they do offer so many option parts right out of the box. This is my old Ascent18. You can see I've done a lot of those mods and a lot of those upgrades and put this cute Volvo Suga body on it that I did. So the sky's really the limit in terms of what's possible with these little guys. And like I said, RedCat does offer so many great upgrades right away. Now, not a lot of different things to report here. It is the same platform underneath, a slightly elongated chassis to accommodate for this longer body, and it is a nice looking body. Not a lot of exterior frills, no real plastic additional parts except for the grille, which I always really appreciate on this truck. I think I like the Scout too. I don't think it's a bad looking truck. I think it's an interesting looking truck. Yes. Molded front bumper, molded rear bumper, and then there's also a plastic section here that includes the license plate area, and it's mainly serves as the hinge mount for the rest of the body. Wheels and tires are obviously a carryover from the larger scale Scout that RedCat did, so nice to see those scaled down, and they look quite good. One thing I'm glad they didn't do was add those weird plastic over fenders that they had on the full-size 10th scale version. Those were absolutely hideous. Those were the worst thing about that whole project. So glad to see they're just regular everyday fenders without any holes or anything. Just looks nice and stock. I do wish that there were a few more plastic exterior details. Side mirrors would be nice. Door handles instead of decals, that would be nice too. Yeah, but otherwise I think it's overall a really nice looking vehicle. Again, same hinge mount in the rear as you have on the other one. And that lifts off and then unclips from the front. Because there are now headlights included, and I don't think they included them on the Ascent18, you won't be able to take the body off completely because of that wire, but there is a quick release servo extension cable, so at least you can get that off. Still the same battery, 7.4 volt, 750 milliamp hour LiPo battery. Nice to still see that included. And of course the brushed motor. Very simple layout, very simple electronic setup, but a nice effective one too. Now in my other 18, I did upgrade to a brushless setup. I would recommend it. This brushed motor isn't super high powered, and it does tend to get itself bogged down a little bit because of not a lot of torque. This is the portal axle truck, so nothing has changed there. Everything else is exactly the same though. Same ESC receiver combo, same FlySky radio. It's all very much the same. So not a lot of different things to report. Pricing, I think, is a little bit more. I'm sure because of the licensing agreement with International and the included light kit, which has headlights and taillights, and we'll turn them on here in a second. You're going to find that the pricing on this one is a little bit higher. It is $149.99, so you are spending a little bit more for that licensed look. But, I mean, you know, if you're an International fan, you're probably going to end up getting it. One thing I like about the sliders is that they also do integrate a nice sort of like lower slider here portion that the body keys into, so will protect the body and the inevitable scrapes against rocks. But there you go. I like this. Oh boy. Still a lot of low-end control, not to be unexpected. Pretty much going to be exactly the same in every way except the length of the chassis rails is different. I think that's pretty much it. I wish that they had gone for a more warm white headlight rather than the blue white. It just doesn't match to me with the age of this body. It's a minor complaint, but a complaint nonetheless. Nice to have tail lights on there as well. They're not functional in any way, they're just on. But yes, if you are in the market for one of these, I think the value is still pretty much there. I wouldn't mind. It's not the $99 that the Ascent was when that first came out, but still pretty good value. And again, RedCat did a great job on the release of the original 18 with lots of hop-ups, lots of upgrades, lots of different ways to customize and make this your own. And just adding another body style seemed like what pretty much every other manufacturer is doing these days. So I don't really have a lot of complaints there. I like the first one. I like this one just as much. I wish the pricing was a little bit more aggressive. And you would think that it could be. RedCat's always usually pretty good on pricing. And when you get into the 149 mark, you're starting to get into some other competition from other manufacturers. But this one does have full ball bearings and oil-filled shocks and a much more powerful servo, which is better than a lot on the market in comparison to other 18 scales. So yeah, I think they've done some pretty good things here. Like I said, I think my biggest complaint is pricing is a little more high than I think it probably could be. You could probably get it a little bit cheaper. But licensed body, 3 different colors. I think it looks really fantastic. What do you think? What would you do for your money? Would you go for the Ascent18, which I think has gone back up to 119 or 129? I don't even know. How much is that truck? Yeah, the Ascent18 is $119.99. And this one's $149.99. Which one would you get? Put a comment down below. You know I love reading through your feedback, and I try to answer as many of those comments as I can. And of course, if you're enjoying this video and you like small scale RC more than I do probably, hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already and ring that notification bell so you get updates anytime there's a new video from the Scale Builders Guild. With the holidays almost here, it's fitting that so many of these smaller scale RCs are coming out because they are very popular at this time of year. They're great indoors. They're super fun for children. If you have them, I don't have any of those. I am one. So I totally get the appeal. And if things appealing to you are a thing that appeals to you, you might want to check out our channel membership, where I offer all kinds of behind the scenes content, tips and tricks, how-tos, travel logs, the works. It's all sorts of fun, and it's all sorts of fun that you get to share with a smaller audience. These people right over here. So thank you to all of them, and thank you to you for potentially becoming a YouTube subscribing member of the Gold Level Ding Dong Club. I'll put a link down below if you're interested in checking that out. All right, let's do a quick running video and we'll call this one done. Thanks so much to RedCat for sending this my way, and of course to you for watching. We'll see you again soon.